mañana celestial. Linda están las estrellas, la luna juega con ellas y el sol empieza a alumbrar. El turpial y el ruiseñor anuncian ya la mañana, que sus colores derrama cuando se despierta el sol. Canción de los carreteros se escucha en la lejanía, allá por la serranía donde vive mi ilusión. Canción de los carreteros se escucha en la lejanía, allá por la serranía.
Here we are, South Lorraine, filmed over a year ago, December 14th, 2018, on our way to Titi Bidin's house. I was surprised when my father asked me to be a part of a Primos production project and to film while he interviewed our beloved Titi Bidin. Here on Clinton Avenue holds family history at St. Lad's, location of family houses Rick and Babe Morsher, and the Gonzalez family house. I'm excited to hear stories of family members and how they lived their lives when they were young, how they entertained themselves before video games, computers, and iPhones, the history behind our family, and how South Lorraine affected them. Here's episode 3 of Family Conversations.
Allá por la serranía donde vive mi ilusión, canción de los carreteros, se escucha en la lejanía, allá por la serranía donde vive mi ilusión y cantan.
So here we are with Babe and with Titi Bidin, our matriarch, and
Annie.
And Annie's sitting over here.
And a banana.
Yeah. Going. And this is the third episode of Family Conversations, and we're just going to continue talking about coming over from Puerto Rico and growing up here in Lorraine, raising kids and finding jobs and family stuff. So
When Louis came over here, he already had a job. He didn't have to look for a job.
Where did he get a job at? The mill?
Yeah, in the mill.
Mm-hmm.
He worked over there all his life in the mill. And they were getting people in Puerto Rico to come over here to work. So he had a job already when he came. He didn't have to look for a job. And yeah, so we were living down 29th Street. And then we moved to with Titi Manuela upstairs. 28th Street.
28th Street, yeah.
Because Titi Manuela came from Puerto Rico and she was living with us. And then they found a bigger apartment and we live in there, all together in the apartment.
Is that the one where you fell down the steps?
You fell down the steps?
In her house.
Yeah?
And the little house that she bought where was that? In 32nd Street, she bought a little house over there. And we had to sleep upstairs. Oh. And I fell down the steps and I was carrying Carmen. She was the one carrying Carmen. And I went backwards so Carmen won't get hurt because there's a wall waiting for us in front.
Uh-huh.
And I moved backwards and all the 20 steps I went dum, 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 dum. But Carmen didn't get hurt.
Oh, God. The things they do for kids.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And
were you okay?
I was hurt in my back like crazy. I went 12 days to the hospital.
Oh, Lord.
Hello?
Yeah. But Carmen didn't get hurt.
Mm-hmm. You saved her.
Yeah, she was the oldest. And boom, 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 boom.
Okay. He's here now. He's trying to interview her. Okay.
Manuela, she was, when she says something, she doesn't go back on whatever.
When she says it, that's the way it is.
And we liked that apartment because it was so nice over there. Mm-hmm. It was looking to 28th Street. And we liked that apartment there because it was nice. And but Manuela insists that we move with her, because she bought a house on 32nd Street.
So when did you come here to
Lorraine?
No, to this house, to Cleveland Street.
Oh, after Louis made it.
Louis built it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paz and Luisito.
Yeah, and the guy that worked for us. But Louis tell them how to do the. He used to know a lot of
construction stuff.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because he worked over there in Puerto Rico for.
So when you were in Puerto Rico, he did construction in Puerto Rico. What did he do in Puerto Rico?
He was working with. He was working in that place where they make chairs, they make rockers, they make everything in that place.
Uh-huh.
So he learned a little bit, and he made me the living room set.
He made you the living room set?
Yeah. And because when we were back home, and he was working in that place where they showed, you learn to do things, and to do, no houses so much, but.
How to work with your hands, how to work with tools.
Yeah.
So
he was doing good.
He was doing good in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
And when did, so you were born what year? What year were you born?
Ooh.
Tell the truth.
23.
Yeah.
1923?
Yeah.
1923.
1923. And you met Louis Cruz in what year?
Him?
Yeah.
Was it in high school?
No, he didn't go to high school. He used to work at the drugstore.
In Puerto Rico?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And that's when my father has his account. And I had to go over there because when my father said, go get me some medicine, so I had to go to the same place where he was working.
Had to.
They had to go to the same place.
Yeah, because that's where my father had his
account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to go over there.
Uh-huh. And that's where you met him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I met him, in the drugstore. But it was okay.
So then you guys got married?
Well,
right?
He wasn't Catholic, wasn't? Papi wasn't Catholic. Was he Catholic? Or you?
He didn't go no place.
He didn't go to church.
He didn't go to church.
He didn't go no place.
Mm-hmm.
But then his aunt that raised him was going to the, over there they call it the culto. And in Cuamo they call him, the culto is the other religion,
Mm-hmm.
But he never went,
Cult.
he hardly ever went to that place unless his aunt made him go. But he didn't like that. And because his mother was a Catholic, but she didn't raise him. His aunt raised him because his mother died when he was 2 years old.
So did he start going to church with you?
I told him, if you don't go to church, forget it. Not me.
Uh-huh.
So he started going to church back home. But then over here he made a cursillo and everything.
Uh-huh.
Over here he made a cursillo. When Truman was, what do you call him?
I wasn't born at that time. I don't know.
No, when Truman, she's talking about my dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When Truman
Became a deacon? Or was it
No,
the Cursillo?
he
Was
was
involved in the Cursillo?
he was getting people to go to the cursillo.
Oh.
You know. And he went to the cursillo over here. He became a Catholic. But because he didn't have no religion at all. I said, if you don't become a Catholic, forget it. Not me. Forget it.
Okay, so then you came here before you had kids.
Oh, yeah.
You came here before you had
48,
kids.
1948.
1948.
Uh-huh.
And Louis Cruz came here first, and then he brought you after.
Yeah.
And you had Carmen.
Carmen is the first one.
Yeah, you had Carmen.
And Babe.
And Babe.
And Angie. And Annie first. And then Ito. Ito el Pollito, the little one.
So, how did you like raising them here in Lorraine?
Okay.
Okay.
It was good, because they used to go, her and Carmen used to go, and Angie used to go to St. Vincent de Paul. And when they got away from there, they had to go to Clearview, because there was no more Catholic church over here where they could go and, you know, school. So
when I was speaking with my grandfather and my father, they said that you and Louis Cruz came here first.
Yeah.
And then they came. And then Martin's mother came. Ortiz.
Julita, yeah.
And Samuel.
Yes, Samuel. I think Samuel came first than Majulia.
Before Titi.
Okay.
Before Majulia.
Yeah.
And then Majulia and the kids, you know.
And as I remember, I have pictures. I remember coming over here for parties and get-togethers. You remember having those get-togethers over here? Yeah. What was that like? Oh, I know. And they said that you guys used to have or Christmas parties right here
In this tiny little room.
in this tiny little room, and everybody was packed in, and nobody would go home. They would fall asleep on the floor.
Yeah.
All of them.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them sleep on the floor. Some of them get in the beds.
And this was smaller because there used to be a wall right here.
Yeah, that was a.
So it was even smaller. Because
So
the kitchen was
room
right
was-
there.
The kitchen was where?
The kitchen, where all those pictures are, that's where the kitchen was. That part, from that doorway that way, that was added on years
So
later.
when this border that comes
this
right here,
board,
that's where the wall was.
That's
so
where
this...
the wall was. And the kitchen right there.
Yeah, but that room was added after.
Yeah. Many years after. There's Carmen.
Hey, Carmen!
Hey,
We had just got to you.
Yeah, I heard my name.
Uh-huh. Come on over here, sit
Cruz,
down.
You're fanning yourself.
Yep, I'm hot.
that's okay. You can stay over there with Annie. Annie, move the table.
No, get a chair.
All right, so Carmen's joining us. That's great. That's excellent. All right, so what were we talking about? We were talking about the Christmas parties.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
oh, we had lots of them.
Lots of them.
Bajandas.
Yeah, bajandas.
Bajandas.
I remember at French Creek, you guys brought us a bajanda. I think it was you guys. And it was my first one, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody showed up. I was like, what the heck is going on?
The bajandas are good.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, back home, a lot of people get together and let's take a parranda to you know, somewhere. And they will take the parranda and then they go to another house and they go to another house. And the last house they get in, they stay until morning. That was good.
I remember when I was little, after we had that first one, every Christmas, my mother was saying, you have to get things ready in case people show up for a parranda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have food and drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For young people who don't know what a parranda is, that's what Titi Bidin was saying. A lot of times we would get together and it was like Christmas caroling. You would have here in the States, but instead in Puerto Rico you go to one house and and you would drink and have fun and sing
And eat.
and eat,
Dance.
and then you would get everybody. Everybody in that house would join
Would
you
join
and go
you.
to the next house.
Yes.
And then you do the same thing all over again, and then everybody there would go to the last house, and those people were totally unexpected, and had to go out and milk the cows and everything like that, so they're gonna have milk for you. No, I don't know.
And I remember this house without that side.
Yeah, that's what I was telling
The
you.
Pajanda would show up at this door and wake us up at 1 or 2 in the morning, and this house would be packed with people.
Mm-hmm.
Packed where you couldn't walk. They'd be dancing and they'd be like all crushed together. And we'd be sitting on the steps. All us kids would be lined up on the steps watching them, you know. And it was wonderful.
Oh,
Then we'd take them all, we'd go to the Gonzalez's.
Yes.
Then from there we'd go to the
Maldonados.
Maldonados.
And then from there we go to Lilo's house, you know, and we keep on going down the line and adding more people and adding more people. It was great.
Those barrandas are good.
Yeah. And then there were so many musicians, you know, in the family. They would bring along their guitars and accordions and their guidos. And
that's right. Did
Pop would do his spoons.
Yeah, Papa-
that was what it was? It was a spoon.
He would do his spoons, and the more drinks he had, on his head or on his cheeks or on his legs or on somebody's shoulders, you know, whoever was next to him.
And during the Pajanda, what did you do?
She would dance.
Did you dance? And
With Carmen Ana or with Titi Manuela or with Masing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Pop would be too busy with the spoons.
Yeah. He played those real good.
Yes.
He was real good.
Real
with the
good.
spoons.
Kept the music real well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You stand next to him and he played on you.
that's funny. So then in the summer times, what kinds of things did you guys do? The
Bocce's
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 field.
Play baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Family baseball games at Bocce's Field.
Neighborhood. All the neighbors would join
All
us.
the neighbors
Really?
would first started out with the kids.
Mhm.
And then the parents decided, well, you know what? We're going to go out there and
Just to watch.
just to watch, yeah. And then the mothers ended up deciding they wanted to cook. And then the fathers started playing against the kids. And the mothers cooked. And it turned out into something huge.
Really? So it was like an
Yes.
every weekend thing, or what was
Whenever
that?
we
Was it
felt-
once a month?
Whenever we
Whenever
felt
they
like
all
playing.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
we felt
Nothing
like
to do.
playing.
Let's go play baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the neighbors. All the neighbors.
Because
Everybody.
even my uncle Juan Perez, he talks about coming over here
Yeah.
to Bocce's Field.
Yeah.
Tony Melendez, he's always talking. And whenever I go see him at Melendez video, Bocce's Field, Bocce's Field.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we kids weren't playing baseball, we'd go climb the apple trees.
Yeah.
Oh, because the orchard's over there.
The
Yeah,
orchard.
all
Now,
from there.
who was Bocce? Who owned that
Bocce
property?
was the old man that owned it.
I think he was from the Heislinger family, and they lived way up the hill. Now, I don't know if he didn't like it or not that we got in his apple trees, but he would come down and chase us.
Yeah. Yeah.
He never caught us,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but
was
a
too
couple
old.
times I saw him laughing, so
Yeah.
I think he just enjoyed it.
He enjoyed
got a-
chasing you guys
Got a
out of
kick
there.
out of scariness. Yeah.
And he had an old horse named Dolly
Uh-huh.
that would come down and from up there the hill and chase us around. But she
Yeah.
was a nice horse. Once
Yeah.
you got out of her field,
Yeah.
she would let you pet her across the fence.
The fence. Yeah.
And when Dolly came over here by the fence, Judy, ¡Mami! ¡La caballa me come! ¡La caballa me come!
Judy, my aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
¡La caballa me come,
Oh,
mami!
I gotta remember that so I can call her and make fun of her.
¡La caballa me come, mami!
Yeah, but then she was so docile. Once you got out of her yard, her pasture, she's very docile.
Oh, she's being territorial.
Yeah.
Territorial.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
¡La caballa me come!
And then Bocce, even though he chased us, we always called him Bocce. I think that was his nickname.
I think it
And
mean grandfather.
even though he chased us, once he saw that we liked playing baseball, he told us, if you guys keep the field cut, you can play baseball all you want.
Really?
Yes. So we would get out there with lawnmowers, all of us. And we'd have like 5 or 6 lawnmowers out there every summer, every springtime. and cut it down real nice so that we could play baseball.
Oh, good.
And he'd be up there at
That
the
was
top of the
awesome.
hill watching us, and he'd wave.
And you know those kids that used to live around here, they never got in any trouble.
No.
Because they were so tired. They went to
Playing
sleep.
baseball.
Yeah, playing baseball, climbing trees.
And it was all the kids from the streets down there, Roosevelt, Taft, McKinley, they would all come down and we'd have a great time playing baseball.
Yeah, we had a huge team.
What's up?
And then, what was his name, mate? He made like a place where you were supposed to put the scores.
Oh, scoreboard.
Who
made that? Your Louis Cruz or?
Like, and
I
because
remember
he would play too.
Yeah, everybody, all the adults.
Yeah.
The moms cooked and the men played against us.
The moms cooked and the men played.
Yeah,
Yeah.
against us, yeah.
What kinds of food would you like? Hot dogs and or
No,
would you make rice?
rice
and
and
beans
Rice
and
and beans and meat.
tortillas?
Meat.
Yeah.
No hot dogs.
Oh.
Good stuff.
I cut that baseball field probably every week all summer long. And we would have parties every week or every other week. We were having just get-togethers, playing softball, cooking. It was the old timers against the young, young timers.
Your
young
dad, my
stars.
dad, and Jose, and a
Yep.
bunch of older guys would play against the younger guys. Yeah.
I remember Angelo. There was the guys who would always hit the home runs. Angelo was one of them, right? He'd crack a home run and then he'd go around the bases going like this. It was always Angelo going around the bases.
Yeah.
So if we have the party and if I come to the reunion, if I ever hit a home run and Angelo's around, I'm gonna do the thumbs up thing.
Angelo should be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it was good. I mean, just so much fellowship and love
But I
and
don't
family.
remember.
Yeah, if we weren't playing baseball here, we would go over to Dr. Rodriguez. Her husband
Oh
built,
my gosh, that machine.
he built, I don't know if you'd call it like a merry-go-round. I mean, it
Some
was
type of machine.
real big
All
and,
wood.
and it had things coming down where you sat on. And he would go at the top and crank it at the top. And the whole thing would spin around.
Uh-huh.
And it
wasn't
would ride on.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and man, let me
Too
tell
bad we
you.
didn't have pictures of that. That was
I
so much
know.
fun.
Titi Anita's house. My Julia, my mother, who was her name? My Julia's house. Because she didn't like living in town. She liked to live in the country all the time. So we were going toward Mahulia. And there was a thing, a hill like that, and then we went down and it went up again, and Anita, my sister Titi, my sister Anita, she never learned to ride a horse. And when we were little, my father would tell my mother, you take Anita. Yo no la llevo. When we were going to the country, because she was always like that. So anyhow, we went up the hill to go to Mahulia's house, and we were going up the hill, and Titi Anita. Titi Anita, hold on to the thing of the horse, and she and she fell down slow.
On the rear end of the horse?
And by the horse, in the back of the horse, and I think she smelled and she did whatever. And we had to laugh and laugh. We almost didn't make it to the house.
So she was hanging on the reins on the butt?
Yeah.
Way on the butt of the horse?
On the butt of the horse, and she came down. Anita, How did it smell like? And she won't let go of the horse because if she wouldn't let go of the thing from the horse, she would go on the ground. But she didn't want to let go. And I said, Anita, how did it smell like? That girl, she never learned how to ride a horse. Never.
Did you learn how to ride a horse?
Yeah. When my sister came from town, Marcy's mother, when she came from the country, that poor horse, I took it and I ride all over the place. Then we go in the river. It was so much fun when we were little. Yeah.
And how many brothers did you have?
Carlos, Titi. Carlos, Carmen's father.
Tío Carlos.
And Titi. His name was Juan Bautista, but nobody called him that.
Juan Bautista.
But his name, we call him Titi all the time. Titi. And Cristobal, he was the oldest. That was a
patriarch.
Mm-hmm.
That was a chief. And then Esteban. We had 4 going.
And then
But
the sisters were Manuela?
Manuela, Titi Amparo. I will go with Titi Amparo. And Anita, Manuela, Amparo, Julita, and one that died before I was born, Carmela died. They said that she was so pretty that she wouldn't live.
Your father's name was Quintin.
Quintin.
What was your mother's name?
Salustiana.
Salustiana.
But nobody called her Salustiana. Everybody called her Salud. Doña Salud.
Doña Salud.
Doña Salud.
And where was Quintin and Salud? I just forgot how to say her name.
Salud.
Salud. Where were they from? Is it their families? Are they from Spain or from? Because
my father was from Spain, but my mother was in Puerto Rico. But my father came from Spain when he was a tiny baby. But he was raised in Puerto Rico. And my mother was from Puerto Rico. But
and what did your father do?
he was a farmer.
A farmer?
And he worked with herbs. He made medicines out of herbs.
Oh yeah, he used to, because his father was a doctor. My grandpa was a doctor. So my father learned with him to make, and when we got sick, he never took us to the doctor. He made the medicine and give it to us. We were good.
So if you had to give advice to some of the next generation of Cruzes and Maldonados and Gonzaleses, what kind of advice would you give to them? Growing up, you're in the rain, looking for work, trying to decide what to do with their life. What advice would you give?
Tan loca como yo soy. Cuando Carmen Ana I made some coquito, and Carmen Ana came over, and we go in the kitchen and outside, bring a coquito, and drink a coquito. We got so drunk, we didn't know.
You and Carmen got drunk on coquito.
Oh, it was so good anyhow. You could tell when they got drunk because they'd start laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing. And they go, there they go with their witch's brew, laughing and laughing. Sometimes Titi Manuela would be with you guys too.
I know. Yeah, but Titi Manuela was not crazy. We were.
I don't think I've ever seen my grandmother drink coquito or anything.
No?
she used to drink it over here. Over here, we'll give it. Tómate ese chipito, hombre, que eso no te va a hacer nada. Tómatelo. And she'll drink it a little. We in Puerto Rico, my mother, she didn't like, go out or anything. And Marcin and me, we made some coquito. And Marcin, vamos a darle un palito del coquito. Y nos íbamos afuera. We go outside, and we drink the coquito because we had it outside. And then we come back in the house. And another coquito. And, ay, santo Dios. I'm telling you, I got so drunk. And then we had to go to the 12 o'clock mass. Because if we don't go to the 12 o'clock mass, Mommy said, what's the matter with you? Aren't you going to the mass? So we had to go to the mass. I think I put my clothes backwards. my shirt was backwards. And Marcin, esta camisa parece que no está bien. I put it backwards.
The ear was covered with the towel?
Yeah, but
Yes.
she's standing
She was
in
trying
front
to
of
fix,
it.
yeah.
She was trying to fix herself up. I'm okay. I said, no. I think they sing out of the they sing out of the middle so you can see yourself. Oh, we had the best times. It was such a good life. We had a good life.
Yeah.
Good life, all together, all the families together. It was good.
Yeah.
Did Pop's parents have like a little, well, they made their own drinks?
Yeah, he had
Like
rum.
moonshine stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. They had a still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his father had him one.
That's where Pop learned to drink, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Every time they gave him a little bit.
Now, what were Louis Cruz's parents' names? I don't know their names.
Don Jose Cruz
Mm-hmm.
and I think the mother was Petronila. I didn't meet her because she died when he was a baby. Mhm. So I never met her. You know.
Behind my Jeep.
So I want to hear the story about Titi when she took a drink. You didn't finish it.
Titi Manuela?
Yeah.
Titi Manuela,
But Titi only drank when she came over here with you guys?
I guess so.
It was the influence.
Ah.
Titi Manuela was serious all the time. She wasn't like us. We're crazy.
So in Puerto Rico, you lived in Cuamo?
In Guam, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any memories from Cuamo?
Huh?
What do you remember from Cuamo?
The beautiful church. The beautiful
San Blas.
San Blas Illescas. That's the name of the church. San Blas Illescas. Was a beautiful church. It was. I don't know if it's still the same. I never seen another church like that. That was built by the Spaniards.
So
Yeah.
what was it like for you guys growing up here in Lorraine?
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
For us, our activities were Bocce's Field, Bocce's Field,
Bocce's Field.
We didn't come home for lunch. We eat it out there. Strawberries, blackberries, apples, peaches,
Yeah.
grapes.
Mm-hmm.
She'd say, come home and eat. We already did. We'd come and eat supper.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch we'd eat out there.
playing kick the can,
Yeah.
hide and seek.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had the baseball team.
Mm-hmm. And And in the winter, we skate in the ditches.
Yeah, the ditches.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I learned to ice skate.
In
the ditches.
ditches.
Yeah.
They were
'Cause
nice
if
and
you go-
wide.
They were wide, so if you go to fall, you catch yourself.
Uh-huh.
You know, so yeah. Or else we played bocce.
We played bocce, yeah.
Somebody would cut a long
Whip.
branch and then peel it.
Yeah.
Peel it.
A
And it'd
barrica.
be like a whip.
Yeah.
And then they count to 10 and everybody start climbing the tree and they'd come after you. And man, it would sting so
So we
bad.
used to play hide the belt. Did you guys play hide the belt?
I played hide the belt over Millie's with Stevie. Oh my God, he would kill us with that belt.
Oh, yeah?
He would catch us. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
These kids had a lot of fun when they were young.
You know. So Elisa wants me to make sure I get everybody's kids on video. So Carmen, you have
I have four
Four
daughters
daughters.
and 11 grandkids. Well, one deceased,
Yeah.
one grandkid in heaven,
yeah
Darian.
Darian.
Then
That's Yolanda's
Yeah,
Yolanda's boy.
baby, yeah.
And then you have your oldest is Anna.
Anna, with her two, Christian and Franco.
Mm-hmm.
And then Michelle has the three, Andrew, Angelo, and Miguel. And Yolanda with Jeremy, little Jeremy, and Darian in heaven. And then Angela, she's my youngest, and she has four.
Just four.
Has-
I thought you meant
No,
one.
she was like this. She has four.
She has Veronica, Jaden, Imani, and Noah.
Noah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I met Veronica,
Yeah,
but I haven't met the other one.
yeah.
All right. All right. So, babe, you have your four boys.
And Louis.
I have four girls, she have four boys.
The
Right.
Lord blessed me with
Yes.
4 boys.
Yes.
Four, not
Yes.
4. Yeah, so
Oh,
Uncle Louis has just one son, Zachary. He's 21 years old.
Good kid.
Victor, my vegan, he has 2. Vanessa, 17, and little Victor, we call him Pito, and he's 13. His first baby boy, his wife miscarried when she was 4.5 months. So he's buried at the cemetery of Top of Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And then Carlos has 3. He has Lito, which is Carlos Jr. He's 19. Then he has Peanut.
19?
Yeah. Peanut, her real name
Oh,
is...
that's you.
What is her real name?
Hey, your grandchild.
Maya Angel.
Oh.
And then Tater, her real name's Taylor. And so Peanut is like 10 and Peanut is 10, Tater is 7. And then Mushy, which is real name Hector, he's got a daughter, Selena, she's 14.
And she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful little girl.
Selena?
Yeah.
I met Angel's boy,
Zachary?
Zachary.
Oh yeah, he was at that family reunion when we had that thing from Mary. Yeah, he was there.
Thanksgiving. Good things.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys are both women of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How important has it been for you having your faith here in Lorraine, and what's it been like to express it?
I didn't really use it a lot till I was older.
Mm-hmm.
But I am so glad that they pushed it on us, and taught it to us, because I see how important it is. Very, very important in your life. And I'm teaching it to my grandchildren. And I'm trying to impress on them how important it is. And I thank God for their faith, because without their faith, I wouldn't have my faith. And without the elders in our families, there, Titi Manuela, Luisito, Uncle Martin, Joseph, all their faith, Lilo, they had such tremendous faith, and all that rubbed off on all of us, And our family has a lot of faith, and I thank God for that, because our family has been blessed with faith, and I really, really thank God for that, because I see it in my life how it's helping.
That comes from my mother.
Your father too.
My father too, but My mother was the one.
Yeah, and I see, you know, how it helps. It really, really, when you count on the Lord and you put Him first, it helps. Ain't it, babe?
Yeah. And I think what really helped us also is that we went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
At St. Vincent de Paul, we went there
8 years.
for the 8 years, and then Clearview High School. But that helped build. We may not have used it at the time as we were growing up. Like she said, it didn't kick in really until we got older, maybe married, and started having our kids. Even though before that we were still going to church and holy days, obligations, whatever, we were doing that. But it was there. It fed us.
The seed was there.
Yeah.
The seed was there. My father talks about that. He says that. He says he goes that people that are born Catholic, many times the seed is placed there, but when they're older, there has to be a conversion moment.
Yeah.
You know, that where your eyes are open, and you're like, that's what my parents have been talking about the whole time. You know. Yeah.
Because I remember driving. I used to work at Rich too. The two of us. I think I was in late 20s, maybe early 30s. I remember coming down 254. Maybe I wasn't even that old, because I think I was driving past Bonneville with Catalina. But I was coming down there, and I remember thinking to myself, one of these days I'm going to get more involved in the church. That was so long ago that I put that thought out there. And he took it from there, you know. And because I started getting involved at Sacred Heart. And then one day, before I started getting really involved at Sacred Heart, and this was when Angel was still alive. I remember I was looking out the dining room windows, and I said, I should do more at the church. And doggone it, the very next day, one of the nuns came with Sister Kathy, was a catechist. And they knocked on my door, and I opened, hi, hey, are you interested in becoming a catechist? And I started laughing and laughing, and they're looking at me like, what's going on? And I go, you're not going to believe what I was thinking yesterday.
Yeah.
And from that day on, I was a catechist for 18 years. And then I started getting more involved in the church. Procedural, Life in the Spirit seminars, all kinds of whatever. I'm still, you know.
You're still very much involved.
Yeah. Even at St. Vincent de Paul, I go to a lot of their Bible study classes over there. We just finished one on Mary over there. So yeah. Plus, our families used to get together either over here or Titi Manuela to say the rosary.
Oh, I hear stories all the time about the rosaries.
The rosary every day, every day, every day. Yeah.
Do you remember that, Mom? We used to say the rosary here in at Titi Manuela's house.
Take turns.
Yeah.
So if you had advice to give to the youth of our family, growing up here, trying to find work, trying to find education, what would that be?
Not to give up on God. He's there. He's just waiting for you.
You have to ask Him
not to turn your back on Him.
To help you to get whatever you looking for. You know, if it's a job, to help you, because without God you can do nothing.
Right. Learn that right quick when you experience a loss in your family, a personal loss. Then you realize, wow, I'm so glad I have God in my life, because I don't know what I would do without Him.
We need to go make some coquitos. We need to make some coquitos so we can have a toast.
A toast.
A toast.
I can make you the toast, but I cannot make the coquito.
Coquito takes time.
The most important is the
You
one.
know what I remember? When we were young, it was a running joke from me and the Gonzalez boys. And I'm like, you ever have Tang over at Titi Bidin's house?
Oh, yeah.
And they said, yeah. And they said, it doesn't matter. You could be outside running around and dying of thirst, and you come inside and you go, Titi Bidin, can I have something to drink? And she'd give you some watered down Tang in a little cup halfway full, like this. You're like, oh, there's some more.
Do you know I still love Tang?
Tang, yeah.
I still love it. In fact, I found it one time at one of these outlets.
Really?
And I bought it, and I took it home, and I said to my girls, Tang! I love this stuff!
Do you remember you making Tang?
Tang and Spam.
Tang and Spam.
And I made the Tang for my girls, and
Yeah.
they didn't like it.
They didn't like it. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
They did not. And
That's all we drank.
I used it all up myself.
Yeah.
Look at you guys.
Yeah.
Come on, Tang.
Drink it.
Well, thank you, Titi Bidin.
We're gonna have to make some coquitos for you guys.
I'm gonna make some for you. I'm gonna bring it over. Mwah. All right, this is the third episode of Family Conversations. Thank you.
But that was it. I wish it still looked like a field, but after us kids got married, moved out, no one took care of it. A couple times Ito would try to take care of it, you know, mow it and that, but it was too much for him. And these trees, all those trees never used to be there. It was a flat field.
So this was all flat?
It was all flat. Yes.
Do you remember where Pitcher's Mound was?
Yeah, we used to, because the fence would come along all the ways over there. Pitcher's Mound was right. There's a puddle where Pitcher's Mound would be. That's where Pitcher's Mound was.
Mm-hmm. And home plate, where would home plate be?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was not Pitcher's Mound. That was home plate. That was home plate. Home plate, anything else? Pitcher's Mound would be way over there where the thickest of the trees is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the base is all around. Doesn't even look like a field.
Nope.
Our favorite willow tree, well, this is what's left of it. They must have been over 100 years old. But it was huge. It was right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one we would climb and swing each other up and down on. And this hole from there, just a line of willow trees, big willow trees. One day there must have been like 12 of us kids in just one tree. And we're just singing Beatles songs. Laying on the branches, singing Beatles songs, and I start singing, listen, do you want to know a secret? And I happen to look that way, and I go, Bachi's coming! Everybody, whoosh! We ran off those trees. We always run that way, because he's coming from there. So we would run that way and go through the fence and go over to Lancey's house, Rodriguez, and get out of Bachi's way. But it was so much fun. So many good memories.
That's funny.
Yeah. So every time I hear the Beatles, that song, Do You Want to Know a Secret, it takes me back to that. There was a lot of